How to negotiate on properties with real estate agents like a professional. So real estate agents work for the sellers. However, they must work with the buyer to make the sale happen. And often newbie buyers, first-time investors get scared as to, how do we approach, what do we ask? And there's a bunch of questions that you can go through to ask them. So the first set is property qualifying questions about the property. And with those questions, you look at how big is the block size, what is the street frontage, is the land on the low side or the high side? If it's a strata property, how many units or villas or townhouses are in the complex? What is the strata for that particular complex? So to name a few. So, and what is the current condition of the property? Can you add value to the property? And also check actually how long has it been on the market. Ask them how long has the property been on the market. And moving on from that, you also need to look at the zoning of the property. It's really important that you know what it's zoned as, because you don't want to be buying a dud property in a dud block of land. For example, a couple of years ago, we came across like a block of land which was zoned to be converted into a park area. So that would be really money down the drain. So the next thing we look at is the cash flow for that particular property. What is the expected rent for that property? What would be the rental yield? If you were to renovate that property, what sort of value increase you'll get, what sort of rent increase you'd get, what the property is going to what value can you add to it that will help you in maximizing your rental return on that property? And what are the council rates and water rates for that particular area? And with that, you do your cash flow analysis to work out what it's going to cost you on a weekly, monthly, and an annual basis, so you know that you'd be able to sustain that asset. And the next thing is qualifying the sellers, because not all sellers are realistic or serious about selling the property. So you need to find out from the agent, how long has the property been on the market? Have there been any other offers? Has it been under contract and fallen through from there on? Or even fallen through due to building and pest reasons or finance reasons for people. Another thing you need to look at is what are the vendor expectations? Are they realistic about selling the property? Are they flexible? Are they flexible in what sort of terms and conditions you can have? Work in your favor, so you can secure the deal as cheap as possible. And also sometimes vendors have reasons why they're selling. They may be moving overseas, or family circumstances changing, or it could be a deceased estate. So there's nothing wrong in you negotiating, looking at what comparable sales are in the market, and that way you can qualify and really find out their motivations and possibly even potentially buy a property cheaper than what you would have otherwise paid for it. And it may also give you the opportunity to put an offer prior to an auction, because the vendors are actually in a rush to sell. And another thing to test how serious they are is asking the agent, can you put pen to paper? Can you sign the contracts? And if they can present the offer to the vendors officially, and that helps get the deal across the line. And if you're putting that deposit, they know you're serious and you're putting money on the table. Absolutely. So I hope you found this useful, and we look forward to speaking with you soon.